Hello, hello. What's up, everybody? We are in the building. We're broadcasting live from Retro Room at Pink Hollywood. This is the Bird of Paradise, and we have a very, very special guest with us today.
Hello there. Am I that special guest?
Yeah, it's special. Everybody's special that comes through here, man. Everybody's special.
I've got your special guest has a special guest, which is Casper right here.
What's up,
Casper.
Casper? That's who we were waiting to see.
somebody somebody left a package of meat, so he's more interested in that. I'll be honest.
That's who we were waiting to see. That we're glad you called in. So what's going on? What is best for me to call you? What do you like me to call you? I want to call you sir. I want to call you Mark. I want to call you Skippy.
Skippy will work. Yeah, I've grown to cope with the moniker. My
I was
friends call me Mark Skippy.
I was
My,
gonna ask you that. It's like how hard is it is being known as Skippy for so long?
it's kind of like my stripper name.
Hey,
It's like my rapper name.
yeah, that's cool. I was gonna ask you. I was thinking about the show. I was like, man, I don't want to call him the wrong thing, and this and that. But
Think of me as Skip E.
okay, Skip E with a capital E.
I don't know. Listen, before I was Skippy, I'll just tell you, my middle name was Lewis, and growing up, all the kids on the block, I used to hang out with the older kids. There weren't really a lot of kids my age, but the older kids kind of took me in and picked on me plenty, but let me hang out. And so my middle name was Lewis, so they would call me Louie, and they almost did it kind of mean, like Louie, Louie. And there was that song. It's before your time, but Louie, 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 Louie. That was like the big song of the summer.
Yeah.
And so they would sing that Louie, Louie, and then part of the lyric was Louie, you're gonna cry. And so they would say that part or make me cry and say that part or whatever. Anyway, so I
Where
got used to a nickname early
yeah, where did you grow up at?
in a very wonderful combination of scenes, if you will. I was at once attached to show business in a certain way because my dad was still a comedian. My mom had been a singer, but she
Wow.
got out of show business. But my dad was still a comedian, so we lived in beautiful suburban New Jersey. But we would go into New York City and up to the Catskill Mountains, and my dad would perform a lot. So I got to see show business and see city life and see live entertainment in a very
Yeah.
professional way. But I also got a kind of a normal ride your bicycle and play flashlight tag kind of thing going on in our New Jersey neighborhood, which was really nice.
Oh, that's real cool. Because I noticed when I started talking to you, I was like, I can hear the East Coast in you because I got a couple friends from Jersey.
Yeah, my mom was born in Brooklyn. My dad was born in Philly, and but I moved away so young that when you move away that young, I kept touch with a lot of the guys on the block. We're still friends, which is pretty amazing. But I, I, I moved away, and before I even started driving there. So you definitely, I feel like in a lot of ways, I became Californianized.
Hey, as a California kid from San Francisco, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, there wasn't. I really did love it. I mean, imagine moving from suburban New Jersey to TV land. When I moved to Hollywood, every show I had ever watched growing up, and believe me, I watched plenty of shows, right? Like I was, the TV and me were best friends. And now here I was eh, living in that terrain, in that same, when the Rockford Files had a chase sequence, that now I was hanging out in that same area and all that kind of stuff. It was just too much for me. I flipped out. I loved
Yeah,
it
that
so much. I loved it so much. Now I'll be honest. LA is, and all big cities are no longer what they used to be.
no, no. I mean, I'm from the Bay Area, but I spent a good amount of time in Orange County and going to LA and Hollywood and stuff like that because I lived in Arizona before I came up here, and it's not that far away. And Southern Cali is a whole different animal. Yeah, it's beautiful. You're gonna see some more of that when you come up here.
Yeah, I do love it. I do love it. Um, that's why I try to get out of the city every time chance possible. It's a combination of things. Cities have declined. They have. They're just not what they were. But also, I'm getting older, so the two kind of mesh into now. I love scenic grandeur and hardly any people and big expanses, and that's my thing.
No, most definitely. Now I'm gonna ask the age-old question, which I'm sure they ask how when you came to LA, you left the East Coast, you came to LA. How did you get on Family Ties and the different stuff that you did? Because you know you've had a couple other movies.
Age old question, is that a way of, are you saying my age is old?
No, I'm saying the question you get asked everywhere you go.
You young punk. Uh, so the question is, did I ever do it with Mallory? Was that the question? Really?
Hey, we're here for whatever you want to tell. That's what we're here for.
No, I was 14 and she was 16, and she was the ingenue and I was the nerdy comedian kid. I didn't have a chance,
Yeah,
but I definitely had a crush on her. That was real. I think part of what made the character resonate with people is they kind of saw that was real. They thought,
yeah.
"Wow, that's good acting." Well, not really.
I wasn't acting.
But all the cast members are pretty cool now. She's written a book recently and went back to college, and she's been doing a lot of stuff with Screen Actors Guild. She could become like president of Screen Actors Guild. That wouldn't be impossible because she's been involved in protecting actors' rights, and they have AI and all that stuff now, and there's a lot of concerns, and she's been very vocal and instrumental, and it's pretty cool.
How and this is a side question. How do you think? Because I'm seeing this AI and I'm kind of into technology and stuff. How do you think AI is going to affect like movie making and acting and stuff like that? Because I mean they're generating these characters out of thin air now.
Yeah, it's a good question. I wish I knew the answer. I am. I play with AI. I've written, you know, everything from thank you letters with it to press material. It doesn't write good comedy. Like AI isn't funny, but that could change. Like you get the sense that with time, they'll teach it to be funny. You know. Um, I myself, I embrace artificial stupidity.
Yeah,
But as far as I have a bit though, because it is part of what's going on in the world right now, and I always try to keep the show relevant. I'm always putting new things in, and so one of the bits that I'll be trying out for one of the first times at the Ross Raglan Theater in Klamath Falls, Oregon, Saturday night, June 15th,
get your
one night
tickets.
only, one night only, is in fact the AI comedian.
Mm,
I have programmed an AI comedian. And I get, because all the big corporations are doing it, they're all taking advantage of AI to help their bottom line, to streamline the process. So I've done the same thing. And we're going to see what happens when I when I unleash it on the stage.
yeah, I'm
It,
I'm I'm interested in seeing that.
it may not go as planned. Let's just say that.
Yeah, I'm interested in seeing that because this AI they're putting it out and it's learning and it's learning and it's learning and it's growing rapidly.
And the people that started it, the people that helped build it in the first place, they're scared of it. That's truly frightening.
Yeah, that is terrifying. I just recently watched all the Terminator movies, and I'm like, and then after I watched Terminator, I walked in and watched The Matrix, and I'm like, it just had me thinking about AI, and I'm like, this is exactly kind of what happened in the movie.
All right, now here, give me your opinion here, okay? I'm at this park. There's nobody here. This must be like the baseball field. Do you see?
Yeah, I can see
That's
it.
Mount Shasta there, and it's all gated in. There's a gate here that I could close, and then it doesn't completely gate in. There's this little spot here, but I could watch the spot and let him run. What do you think? Is that ethically acceptable?
I think so. What's ethically acceptable when nobody's around?
That's what I'm saying. All right, go run, run, Casper. Be free, be free. He doesn't even understand. He's like, what? Where are the other dogs? He's used to the dog park. We go to the dog park every day. And so he's like, where's the other dogs? He'll
the
figure it
the
out. He'll figure it out.
the dog park and the dog owners sometimes that they need to have a whole show about that. Called the
Yes,
dog park because that gets wild sometimes with dog owners and stuff like that.
it's a scene. You say you have a Corso.
Yeah, I have a Corso, and you know what makes I always get nervous. I want to go to the dog park, but I'm always scared my dog will act up, and then I have like four people screaming at me saying, "What are you doing?"
There's a hole in the gate. I knew that would happen. I knew that would happen. Now he's on the loose. Now he's just on the loose. Okay, well, this is going to be an exclusive here.
Hey, this is reality TV.
There he is. He's coming. He's coming up, and he's going to run right by me. Right by me. Oh.
Oh yeah, he's loose now. I don't know why you ever listen to me.
Why did I listen to you? All right,
Um,
Casper, come here. Come here. This could be a problem. Oh, God. Come here. Come on, buddy. Come here.
thi-
Good work.
this is
Right by me.
reality TV. Skippy and Casper.
He needs his, he needs this, but of course, as soon as somebody comes around, it's a problem. So I got to try to figure this out. I don't have food. If I had food, we'd be good.
Oh, I had a pit
Hey,
bull,
come
and
here.
as soon as he
Casper,
got
come.
loose,
Casper, come. Come here. Let me pretend I have food. Hey, Casper, come here. Come on. Come on. Come here. Oh, shit.
everybody's rooting for you.
Come here. Come here. Okay. Oh, so close. Did you see that?
Oh,
That was close. That was close.
this is live TV, folks. We got some more of this coming to Climate Falls.
Okay, Casper, come on. Look, I'm trying to pretend I have food. Like that's gonna trick him. Like he doesn't know.
Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna work. He got to smell
Okay.
like a
All right.
bratwurst or something.
See, he makes me nuts, but he's pretty good. Like right now, he's just right there. He's pretty good. Come here, buddy. Come on. Yeah, good boy.
Oh,
Good boy. There we go. See, I always panic a little, but he's usually pretty good. It's only if there's somebody around, it's potentially a problem because people freak out when they see a pit bull coming towards them.
yeah. Sometimes they do. I had a pit bull, and he was the same way. As soon as that door opened or he got off that leash, it was a chase down mission. But I had a boxer one time, and he never ran off. But that boxer would chew up everything in my house.
Well, he doesn't run off. You just saw what he does. He just runs around a little. He needs to run. That's the problem. I haven't been. We go to the dog park every day. Now it's been a few days in the car. We've walked, but gone hiking and stuff. But he needs to run like a horse.
Yeah. Well, the
Anyway,
next thing you find out there in the woods and you ask me if you should do it, I don't think you should do it.
I'm not taking your advice anymore.
Don't
Well,
listen to me.
we already had the throw up in the car thing. When the dog throws
Oh,
up. If you're a dog owner, every dog owner is familiar with this. They give you that warning noise.
oh.
You know the noise, right?
Yeah, I had that happen to me before.
The moment you hear that noise, you have only a few seconds to get a towel or something. It's all over. You have to like work it really quick.
I had a dog, just it was a pit bull. I had the dog just ruin my front seat, and the chick I was dating at the time was in the passenger seat, and she's
Oh
there with
no.
the dog, and she's pissed off, and the dog is just letting the passenger seat have it. It was
Yeah,
horrible.
I missed getting the towel, but he did it on the sleeping bag. So I took the sleeping bag into the
Oh,
river and washed it off and dried it in the sun. So we're all good. It worked out.
yeah, that's good. He's living the life with you.
You go into slow motion at that point. It becomes like an action film.
Oh.
Get the towel. He's going to puke.
Yo,
Anyway, you said earlier, you said cute dog. And I said what every dog owner always says, which is thank you. But really, do we have anything to do with I genetically engineered this creature myself. Thank you. We
I,
all
I
become like the Steve Jobs of dog owners. We just take credit for others' work.
I guess when somebody says, "Oh, that's a cute dog," I think that's like, "Hey, you got a good picker. Thanks for raising them and bringing them out here."
Yeah, exactly. It's the Steve Jobs thing. We put it together. We arranged it.
You
I
you ever
chose him.
you ever seen that? I don't know what it was, but there's like I think a contest and it's like world's ugliest dog.
I have. I've seen that. Yes.
Yeah, and they bring out the world's ugliest dog. I wonder what you tell people when you see one of those walking around.
You go, that's a wow. What an interesting's always the word. What an interesting dog.
It's like
I've
when
never
somebody
seen one like that.
it's like when somebody has a kid and you're like, oh, every kid is cute. You know what I mean? Until you get home. So you don't really want to say, wow, what's wrong with that dog? But
You got if it's a kid, you got to compliment them no matter what. You don't have any choice.
yeah, you got to compliment him, but you don't know. He like, what if you, hey, that's an interesting dog, and they're like, no, my dog's pretty ugly, and actually, last year we took third place.
So, hey, listen, I'll tell you a little bit about what's going on with me because you might be interested. Uh, First movie in many, many moons. Some people know the movie Trick or Treat with Ozzy Osbourne and Gene Simmons.
Yeah.
And that was just, I was 17, I think, when we made that movie, just to give you an idea. And, uh, and so, but I just made my first one in many decades again. It's called Witchy Ways. And
Mm,
they're just finishing the final editing on it now. And hopefully it'll be out by maybe Halloween on streaming services and things like that. It probably won't be in the theaters, just to be realistic. And but it was fun for me to act again, first time in many, many moons.
yeah.
And,
I'm looking forward to seeing it.
and I play the bad guy too. Not the monster. I'm not the monster, but I'm the antagonist. So something a little different for me.
Yeah. How was it making that? And who's in that?
It's not a lot of big stars. It's an independent film, and I'm trying to think right now, but it's definitely with the times. And back in the Trick or Treat movie,
Mm-hmm.
the heavy metal star comes back from the dead and starts to kill his fans, and I'm his number one fan, and we get into it together. But that was back in the day when there were congressional hearings about heavy metal lyrics, and in the movie is Ozzy Osbourne and Gene Simmons, who were in the center of all that controversy. They
Mm-hmm.
play parts in the movie. So, but this is 2024, so of course in this movie I get attacked by a trans ghost. It's the world we live in.
How was it back in the day acting with Ozzy and Gene Simmons?
Well, I got a glimpse into who they were before most people knew, because at that point they were pretty like Ozzy was perceived as the demon of darkness and all that stuff. But then
Mm-hmm.
that reality show came out and everybody realized, oh, okay, he's more of a fun guy that plays that part a little bit, but he's really actually a warm, loving guy, which he is. And so I got to see that maybe before
That's
the rest of
cool.
America did. And and the little kids were babies or back then, and if they were both even born yet, I don't remember if maybe it was. I don't even know if the kids were all born yet. It might have been they just had one kid at that point. I know Sharon was super cool. Sharon ran the show, which
Oh
clearly
wow.
we know that's the case. And but there was a charitable thing that somebody came to me with, and a kid was a fan of the movie, and he couldn't go to see Ozzy in concert because the doctor said it wasn't a good idea for him because he was that ill, that it
Damn.
wasn't, you know. And so I called Sharon in England, and I left a message with the kid's address, and I asked, can you send an autographed picture of Ozzy? And
Mm-hmm.
they took the address and they showed up in their limousine before the concert and actually hung out with the
Wow.
kid and his friends, and it was a very big deal. And
Man,
so
I'm with
that,
that kid. That
yeah,
was great.
yeah, well, that just made it for me. I was like, okay, these are great people.
Man, that's cool. So do you see yourself doing a lot more films now that you getting back into acting and everything like
I
that?
don't know about that. I tour. I love to tour. That's my thing. I go around the country. I do like 40 weeks a year, and I tour sometimes with other people, really great other comedians, sometimes from other TV shows and things like that. And then other times I'm on my own, or I'm working with maybe lesser known comedians, but sometimes they're friends. Um, and that's my dad did this, and now I followed in his footsteps. I like to say we're both poor decision makers, but I got to say, there's nothing poor with this decision. I mean, look at where I am right now. And this whole summer, so I go on tour a lot. I go to places that aren't, I go to places that are very desirable and places that are, at the time that I go there, less desirable to go to. So, for instance, to sell tickets for comedy, you really, it's not the best time when it's all nice out. because that's when everybody goes out and they go to the lake and they're tired. It's really the crazy cold winter. So I'm often in Buffalo and Rochester, New York, and
Mm,
Cleveland, Ohio, and all that stuff in the winter. I'm not
yeah.
complaining. It sounds like I'm complaining. I'm not complaining. Uh, but then my favorite thing in the world is to come to the Pacific Northwest and in
Oh,
the summer specifically. I'm a snowbird about it. So the last several summers I've been coming up here. Last year, 100 days. And this year, same thing, 100 days, doing it again.
yeah. The Pacific Northwest. I mean, I'm kind of a Northwest kid, being from San Francisco, but I think when it comes to summertime, this is like one of the best places to be in the country.
Yes, there's no doubt about it. There's no place that's prettier. It gets weird when you start comparing levels of pretty. Well, this place is prettier than that. But at some point, I feel like it reaches a level of pretty where you just can't compete.
Yeah, no, I mean most definitely. I mean up here in Klamath Falls, I mean 45 minutes, hour and a half away. I mean there's a ton of waterfalls and stuff like that. If I could show people pictures, because I always tell them back home and stuff, you would think we were somewhere just tropical getaway.
Yeah, I call your part of the world there a tasty slice of earth cake. But yeah, I do love it. So, do you watch any of those van life videos on YouTube and stuff like that?
Yeah, I've seen those. Those look cool, and I tried to do that for a little while, and that's kind of what got me kind of well. I tried to do it once I came to Klamath Falls, and then I just wound up staying in Klamath Falls.
Well, when I come to the Ross Raglan Theater for one night only, a week from, is it a week from today? It is.
Almost a
It's a
week.
week from today.
Yeah, it's a week from today.
A week
Yeah,
from today.
exactly 1 week.
And that's on June 15th, Saturday, June 15th. Um,
And you can
when
get
you,
your tickets still on raglan.org and go there. You got tickets $20 and up.
we've got my Dancing with the Stars audition tape. We're going to make that live on stage. Somebody in the audience is going to join me. We mentioned the AI comic. I'm going to give a tour of Hollywood so you don't actually have to go to Los Angeles, which nobody wants to do that now. So they're all too woke. I say, take a nap. All right, hang on a second. All right, so I'm going to show off now the van. We're going to make my own little YouTube video with the van.
Let's do it. This is
Go on in,
reality
Casper.
TV.
Here we go. All right, so I'll start. They always categorize it like it's a mansion. I'll show you the bathroom first, and then I'll go to the to the bedroom. Oh, wait a minute. I got to unlock the door again. Here. He's been pretty well behaved, I got to say.
Yeah, he after he got that little outburst out of him, he's been great.
He needed that too. He really did. Let's see here. Okay. All right. There we go. So this is the bedroom.
Okay.
There's the
This is like
toilet articles.
this is like cribs.
Yeah, this is where I watch. This is where the magic happens. Right here. This is. I keep a bin of clothes over here. I try to keep them clean because the dog will. Anytime the dog gets, I put on anything, it's all over. I have stage clothes that are deep down in the back. Those get
Those
saved for
are
real because otherwise, dog hair city on everything here. So hang on, hold on. This is the best part. Hasn't happened yet. I'm gonna close this out. So here we go. We got the refrigerator. I want to go on record that when you go on a van life trip, you always say, "I'll get around to organizing tomorrow." That's just
I think
inevitable.
we
You
do
end up organizing like once the whole trip.
I think we do that everywhere we're at.
That's true. That is true. It doesn't even matter if you're in the car now. Okay, so this is here's the thing I really want to show off.
Damn.
You see what's going on here? Look at this.
Dang.
Ta-da. And
That's
of
cool.
course,
What you be cooking?
well, only healthy food. I'm really oh, wait a minute. Is that Doritos? Is that a hold on a second. That's Little Debbie's. Hold on. That's a all
I've
right.
seen
Well,
a couple
maybe
Doritos fall out.
again, that's another thing. It's like the organizing. When you head out, you say, "Oh, I'm gonna go so healthy. It's gonna be. I'll just make it healthy," and then it happens. But
Dorito sandwiches.
I'm not fat. I have a medical condition. I'm an emotional eater. There's
Yeah,
a actual name for that. It means I cry when the pizza's gone.
yeah. I think we all suffer from that.
So, but yeah, I get when I get to these beautiful places and coming up to you guys, somewhere around now, I hit a perma smile.
Hmm.
Do I have schmutz? Oh my god, did I do the whole interview with schmutz? And I get a perma smile, and then that's it. It's all over. I can't stop smiling the whole summer.
So how is van life and traveling? Because I mean, to me, it's it's dope. I would love to, just go.
Yeah, it is. It is fun, and I've been doing it a long time. And what's happened is, as it became trendy and on the internet, it's more difficult. It's more challenging. Let's say, um, I put pictures of where I'm at and stuff, but I never kind of name the places or give out the coordinates and things. I kind of keep that to
Hmm.
myself. But a lot on the internet, is what ruins it, right? So there'll be a place, somebody will announce it on the internet, and everybody will love it. Oh, this is the greatest place ever! Oh my god, I can't believe we didn't know about this place. And then there'll be another review, and it'll say, "Oh, their signs up closed, and the police came, and you're not allowed to sleep overnight." They have this new thing, no parking overnight signs. They put them up everywhere.
Yeah, and then it ruins the place, and then you can't come back anymore.
Right. I think that's the problem. I think people. I'm very respectful when I go park somewhere. I do. I make uh, careful to not leave any garbage and to not people poop and leave it on the ground and all that crazy stuff. And I try to. They have that leave no trace ethic that we're supposed to live by as campers, and that's what I have a pail with a lid, and if I have to, I you know put it in there and take it to the trash can.
Mo- Yeah, you know what I've always looked cool that I've seen been kind of trendy now is like the Sprinter vans, and everybody's
Yeah, those
just
are
taking
the
off.
expensive version. Those are the expensive version. If you want to do the $30,000 go live on the road version, you can do that. As it is with my minivan. My girlfriend's son just turned 18 almost. He's not even 18 yet. That's so I have an excuse, right? I'm allowed to have a minivan to take the kids to soccer, etc.
Yeah, I mean it happens as soon as you start doing stuff. Like I need a van right now. I'm trying to debate what kind of van I'm gonna get. I might get one of those like work vans. I had one, but yeah, that didn't work out.
Yeah, for me the minivan has been perfect, and those Sprinter vans are just that's just too much. I couldn't imagine spending that much money on one of those things. But that's the thing about van life, right? Because it's a fine line between the wealthiest of people and the poorest of people, right? Because technically, if you're homeless and living out of your car, that's van life, right? In a, s- in a sense, it's all a matter of where you park. Like the
Yeah,
difference between you know living out of your car and a world class car camping vacation summer is
yeah.
where you park. It's all where you park.
No,
If you
no,
park
most
next to the lake on the top of the mountain with a view, world class car camping. If you park near the chicken place across the street from the 7, that's over.
No, I think the van life thing became so popular because I seen a lot of people like converting school buses and stuff because everything is so expensive and people are like, we're doing van life because we're saving to do whatever they're trying to do.
Yeah, that's the idea because rent is so crazy, astronomically crazy that it gives everybody an opportunity to save on rent and invest in experiences and other things. Gosh forbid, savings,
Yeah,
should you
no,
want to do
most
that.
definitely.
I don't think it's a bad thing, but it would depend on the type of person you are. If you're out there and you're considering it, give it a little try. That's what I did. I went to Hawaii once. This is so many years ago, and I rented a van. And instead of getting a hotel, I went to Walmart. I got a cheap sleeping pad. And I brought a sleeping bag with me and stuff. And I just that turned me around. After that trip, I was like, oh yeah, this is great. I slept at the beaches and had a fantastic time in Kauai, Hawaii.
Man, sleeping at the beach. That's what I did up here on my way to Oregon. I got a tent and I slept on the beach, and that was the first time I kind of slept on the beach. And I'm telling you, I that was the greatest.
Yeah, yeah. Nothing beats it. Nothing beats it. So, all right, we're coming to Ross Raglan. Thank you so much for saying hello. This was a pleasure to meet you, and we'll look forward to our show. What can people expect from my live show at Ross Raglan this Saturday, June 15th? I say, what can they expect? Not a refund, but they go, is your show relevant? I say, there are 6 extremely topical jokes woven into the act that I've been doing for many years.
Well, we can't, like I said, we can't wait for you to get up here, and I will see you when you come. And tickets are still available. Everybody, you can get them. You know, they're $20 and up. There's no excuse. It's a good Father's Day gift. We will be here, and we can't wait for you to get here, Skippy.
Yep, Bend, Ross Raglan. Then we head up to Washington State. We're at Muckleshoot Casino, Skagit Casino, Clearwater Casino, and then we head back south after that. So, going to be on San Juan Island a little bit. This is a summer to of the summer of all summers.
Yeah, that's great, man. This sounds great. We can't wait.
And my first official stop on the summer tour is Ross Raglan. Oh no, Bend. It's Bend. That's right. Then Ross Raglan. Okay, second stop.
Yep,
Second stop.
Ben, then Ross Raglan. So you'll be here.
What do you guys call yourselves? You don't. You're not Eastern Washington. What are you? Central Washington. What do you guys?
Um,
Central Oregon. What do you guys call yourselves?
well, what I've learned, I call it Southern Oregon. It's kind of southeast when you really look at it, but I call it Southern Oregon.
So.
Yeah, so
So so. No, wait a minute. It's better than so so. It's the
so
best.
you tell them I'm in Southern Oregon, and they say so.
Love your guts. That's the opposite of hate your guts. It's a very loving, positive thing.
Well, much love, Skippy. I appreciate you coming on the show, man, and I appreciate your time. And you have safe travels till you get up here to us.
Unfeck yourself.
All right.